Are you the type who loves climbing stairs for a workout? Well, don't forget to like and subscribe before we get rolling. So, my colleague and I are walking up the stairs back to the office, and suddenly she turns to me and says, "You know, I don't trust stairs." I'm like, "Wait, why?" And she goes, "Because they're always up to something." Ever had a word totally backfire on you? If so, don't forget to like and subscribe before we dine in. I woke up this morning to my mom absolutely furious. I had no clue why. Then it hit me. Yesterday, she asked me to sync her phone, so I did what any logical person would do and threw it in the ocean. Are you the type who enjoys chilling alone in a corner? Well, before you get too cozy, hit that like and subscribe button. Now, speaking of corners, my colleague hit me with this one on my break. Totally cracked me up. He goes, "Hey, do you know what one wall said to the other?" I was like, what? And he hits me with, "The wall said to other wall, let's meet at the corner." Hey, are you one of those math wizards? If so, hit that like and subscribe button before we crunch some numbers. So, my dad hit me with another classic dad joke. He goes, "Hey guys, I've got a trivia question for you. How do you make 7 even?" And I'm like, just add 1? But nope, my dad goes, "Easy, just take away the S." No, no, no. Have you ever seen a real-life bear? If so, don't forget to like and subscribe before we dive into this wild adventure. So we were on break when my friend hit me with this. "Hey, do you know what kind of bear has no teeth?" Totally confused, I said, no? What?" She grinned and said, "A gummy bear." Now I can't decide if I should laugh or question our friendship. No, no, no. Are you a fellow pasta lover? If so, don't forget to like and subscribe before we dive into this carb-loaded adventure. I was just about to sleep when my brother hit me with this. "Hey, do you know what you call a fake noodle?" Half asleep, I seriously thought about it and said, "No." "Is there one?" He grinned and said, "Yeah, it's an impasta." Ever seen a skeleton before? If so, don't forget to like and subscribe, because clearly you have great taste. So, my colleague hit me with a joke that rattled my bones. She asked, "Do you know why the skeleton broke up with her boyfriend?" I was like, "Huh? Seriously? Why?" And she said, "Because her heart wasn't in it." Do you love watermelon too? If so, smash that like and subscribe before we dive in. So we're just chilling in the living room when Dad decides to hit us with peak dad joke energy. He goes, "Guys, listen up. Do you know what one watermelon said to the other on Valentine's Day?" I'm like, "Seriously, Dad? What now?" And he drops, "You're one in a melon." Valentine's Day got you excited? If so, don't forget to like and subscribe before we jump in. So we were heading home when my friend hit me with this joke. Do you know what the guy with a broken leg told his Valentine? No, and dude, Valentine's Day isn't for ages. What? He said, "Me, I have a crutch on you." Do you ever look at a paperclip and think, "Wow, you're really doing your job"? Well, if you do, don't forget to like and subscribe before we dive in. So, I was munching on some snacks when my friend hit me with this joke. Ever wonder what the paperclip said to the magnet? I was a little confused, but then I asked, "What?" And the paperclip, all smooth and cheeky, goes, "Hey, I find you magnet-ically attractive." No, no, no. Does anyone still use a telephone for long-distance calls like the good old days? If so, don't forget to like and subscribe before you call in. Dive in. So, I was walking with my mom when she suddenly hit me with a trivia question. Honey, if you were a telephone, how would you propose to your girlfriend? I scratched my head. No idea, Mom. How? She grinned and said, simple. Give her a ring. No. Got a sweet tooth? Then don't forget to like and subscribe before we dig in. So there I was, minding my own business at work, when my colleague hit me with this one. Do you know why you shouldn't fall in love with a pastry chef? I blinked and said, no, why? And with a straight face they go, because he'll desert you. Hey there, have you ever unleashed your inner artist? If so, do me a favor, like and subscribe before we dive in. So picture this, I'm in a painting studio with my friend just minding my own business when she cracks a joke out of nowhere. She goes, do you know what the painter told his girlfriend? And I, totally unprepared, go, no idea? Then she hits me with it. I love you with all my art. Are you a fan of computer games? If so, don't forget to like and subscribe before we lose everything. So, I'm in the middle of a game, and out of nowhere, my brother hits me with this. Hey, I've got a trivia for you. I'm like, huh? What's up? And he asks, what do computers like to eat? I stare at him, totally clueless, and go, no idea. Then he bursts out laughing and says, chips. Ever found yourself questioning reality? Well, if you have, make sure to like and subscribe. So I'm walking home with my buddy, and out of the blue, he sighs and hits me with this. Do you know what kind of tea is the hardest to swallow? I'm like, wait, what? Out of nowhere. No, what? And he drops it. Dude, reality. Have you ever searched for a developer before? If you have, don't forget to like and subscribe before we jump in. So my mom and I were chatting in the living room, and out of nowhere, she asked, honey, do you know why the developer went broke? I was a bit confused and asked, huh? No, why? She replied, because he used up all his cash. Hey, have you ever tried counting the numbers on a calendar? Well, if you have, don't forget to like and subscribe before we literally run out of days. So I was out for a walk when my neighbor stopped me and hit me with this. He looked really down, so I asked, hey, what's wrong? He sighed and said, I just feel bad for the calendar. Confused, I asked, huh? Why? And with the saddest face, he goes, because its days are numbered. Are you good at fixing computer bugs? If so, don't forget to like and subscribe before we dive in. My colleague caught me off guard with a joke. She asked, do you know why there was a bug in the computer? I hesitated and said, no. Why? She grinned and replied, because it was looking for a bite to eat. What? No. Trying to save money this Valentine's Day? Well, don't forget to like and subscribe because I've got a free tip for you. I asked my friend, hey, do you know how to save money on a Valentine's gift? He said, buy a cheap one? Nope. The easiest way? Just stay single. Have you ever been to Switzerland? No? Well, don't forget to like and subscribe before we all get lost together. So, I was in a cafeteria when my friend asked, do you know the biggest thing in Switzerland? I shrugged and said, I have no clue, but the flag is a big plus. Are you great at Excel too? If so, don't forget to like and subscribe. Yesterday, my boss asked how skilled I was at making spreadsheets. I simply smiled and said, I excel at it. No. Ever freaked out over a stealing scandal? If so, don't forget to like and subscribe before we lose something valuable too, like your attention. Speaking of theft, I overheard my neighbors arguing and it had me in stitches.
Huh?
One said, "Did you hear about the two people who stole a calendar?"
What?
The other gasped, "No." What happened? Well, they each got 6 months. Ahoy there! Do you love sailing too? Then don't forget to like and subscribe before we all end up lost at sea. Speaking of getting lost, my coworker hit me with this joke on my break. Why
Huh?
couldn't the bad sailor learn the alphabet? I said, not sure? He grinned and said, because he was always lost at sea. Ever wanted to win a race? Well, don't forget to like and subscribe before we get left in the dust. So my dad hit me with this joke. What do sprinters eat before a race? I thought really hard and guessed, vegetables? Nope. He says nothing, they fast. Ever had a thing for ponies? Well, don't forget to like and subscribe before we jump in. So, my friend and I were deep in thought when out of nowhere she asked, "Do you know what you call a pony with a cough?"
What?
I was clueless and she goes, "A little horse."
Huh?
Are you a hat person? If so, don't forget to like and subscribe before we dive in. Oh, and my friend hit me with this one. He asked, "What did one hat say to the other?" I was like, "Seriously?" And he goes, "You wait here, I'll go on ahead." Hey, are you someone who's in great shape? If so, don't forget to like and subscribe before we jump in. So, my friend hit me with this joke the other day. She goes, "Do you know what the triangle said to the circle?" I was like, probably not. And then she hit me with it. "You're pointless." Do you love Cinderella story too? Well, don't forget to like and subscribe before the clock strikes midnight. Oh, and my colleague hit me with this one. She asked, "Why is Cinderella so bad at soccer?" I was like, no clue. Then she smirked and said, "Because she keeps running away from the ball." Ever seen a garbage truck? Well, like and subscribe before it takes off and crash lands on us. My friend hit me with, "Hey, do you know what has 4 wheels and flies?" I was thinking, maybe a superhero car? Nope.
Huh?
A garbage truck.
What?
Have you ever ordered chicken online? Well, don't forget to like and subscribe before we starve. I was secretly listening to my family when my dad said, "All right, guys, I ordered a chicken and an egg online. I'll let you know what comes first." Have you ever tried rolling an egg? If so, make sure to like and subscribe before we crack under pressure. Yesterday, my friend had me in stitches. She asked, "Do you know how to make an egg roll?" I confidently said, "Cook it?" She screamed, "No, just push it." Ever felt like doing absolutely nothing? Same here. But hey, before you get too exhausted from thinking about it, go ahead and like and subscribe. My mom calls me lazy. I call it being highly motivated to do nothing. Ever started a new relationship? If so, hit like and subscribe before we dive in. Because trust me, you'll need the support. My friend once told me, "You know the hardest part about a new relationship?" I said, "No, what?"
Huh?
He sighed and went, "Figuring out how to fart silently."
What?
Are you one of those people who are thankful for Facebook? Well, don't forget to like and subscribe before anyone catches you watching this. My friend told me she's grateful for Facebook because
Huh?
without it, she'd have to call 428 people every night just to let them know she's going to bed. Ever shared a secret with your loved one? If so, hit like and subscribe before it's not a secret anymore. My friend once asked, "You know the best people to share secrets with?"
Huh?
I was like, "Who?" She said, Husbands. They won't spill a thing because they weren't even listening in the first place. Love seafood? Then don't forget to like and subscribe before it's all shellfishly taken. So I was munching on my food, eavesdropping on my friend's conversation. One asked, "Hey, you like seafood, right?" The other nodded, mouth full. "Yeah." Figures. You never share, he joked. Then he asked, "All right, what do you call someone who sells fish?" My other friend thought hard. A seller? A vendor? Nope, he grinned. It's called selfish. Do you know someone with trust issues? If so, like and subscribe now, before you start doubting me too. I asked my friend why he has trust issues, and he simply replied, "There are only two reasons I don't trust anyone. First, I don't know them. Second, simple. I know them."
You're right.
Ever found yourself cracking up at your dog playing? If so, smash that like and subscribe before you end up joining the fun. This morning, I watched my dog chase his tail for 10 minutes and thought, wow, dogs get entertained so easily. Then it hit me. I just spent 10 minutes enjoying watching my dog. Ever thought about giving 100% to something? Well, before you do, make sure to like and subscribe because we don't want to lose everything just yet. I once heard the saying, whatever you do, always give 100%. But now I'm wondering, maybe not when donating blood, right? Do you appreciate even the little things in life? If so, don't forget to like and subscribe before it's too late. I once heard a saying, you never truly appreciate what you have until it's gone. And honestly, nothing proves more than this. Toilet paper is the best example. Have you ever felt the excitement of adding your favorite items to your online cart? If so, don't forget to like and subscribe before we dive in. I was listening to a conversation between a therapist and a patient, and it instantly caught my attention. The therapist asked, "Now, what do we do when we're feeling sad?" The patient simply replied, "Add to cart." Have you ever stopped to question all the things you believed as a kid? Well, before we dive in, don't forget to like and subscribe, because some of these might just blow your mind. The biggest lie we all believed, eat all your food so you can be big and strong. Well, look at you now, just big. The strong must have gotten lost in transit. Do you know a woman who treats furniture like a wrestling opponent and loses every time? If so, hit like and subscribe before we dive in. Man, my wife runs into stuff and gets bruises every single day. Then she asks me where they came from. So now, just to be safe, I compliment her before she even asks. Wow, honey, those mystery bruises really bring out your eyes. Ever forgotten your wife's birthday? If so, like and subscribe, because you might not make it to the next one. My two friends were talking. Dude, want to make sure you never forget your wife's birthday? Absolutely. Of course. Simple. Just forget it once. Then trust me, the trauma is permanent. Are you chasing your dreams? Before you run out of stamina, just like and subscribe, no cardio required. Friend 1. Bro, I'm exhausted. I don't even know what I'm doing with my life. Friend 2. Just follow your dreams, man. Friend 1. Follow them? Nah, I'm just gonna Uber to wherever they're going. Have you ever been on a bus and given up your seat for someone like an elderly person or a lady? If so, don't forget to like and subscribe before we dive in. My dad and I had just gotten home when I shared what happened with my mom. Mom, earlier on the bus, Dad told me to give up my seat for a lady. She smiled and said, "Good, you did the right thing." Scratching my head, I hesitated before admitting, "But Mom, I was sitting on Dad's lap." Ever been driving and struggling to see the traffic signs? If so, like and subscribe before we crash. Jump in. I still don't get why my mom does this. Every time she can't see a street sign, she turns down the car volume. Like, Mom, are we trying to read or listen to the signs? Ever seen an old couple still madly in love? If so, hit that like and subscribe button before we dive in. I was amazed at how sweet my grandparents still are after all these years, like newlyweds. So, I asked my grandpa, Grandpa, after 65 years, how do you still call Grandma darling, beautiful, and honey? He sighed and said, Son, I forgot her name 5 years ago and I'm too scared to ask. Ever wondered how to stay young forever? Well, before I spill the secret, don't forget to like and subscribe, because that's the first step. So, someone once asked me, Hey, do you know the secret to staying young? I got all excited and said, Ooh, tell me. And they went, It's simple. Live happily, eat slowly, and most importantly, lie about your age. Ever had a conversation with your loved one and suddenly felt like you messed up? Yeah, me too. So go ahead and like and subscribe before things get even worse. I saw my wife looking really upset, so I said, Honey, you know you can tell me anything, right? She nodded. I continued. Whatever you're going through, whatever mistakes you've made, just embrace it. And then she hugged me.